Hey, folks, welcome to another cool edition of What's Going On, the experience here on Fox Sports 1280 and iHeart Media. And I got a crew in the building in the ethos with us today. And I'm your man, Nate Brown Jr. And yes, I do have a tan. And I got my man, Ryan V, down in NYC in the Hamptons. And he's trying to get a party together for us, Papa. But don't tell anybody.
It's okay. The surprise will be over by the time that they're hearing this.
All right, then. So you can
All
tell
right.
everybody. Okay.
Happy
Okay.
birthday, Dad. It's a
Happy
little early, too. It's not to the 12th, but happy birthday to all the people I love out there. It's Sean's birthday, Sheldon's birthday soon. There's just so many birthdays all at once.
It's a
So,
whole bunch of May birthdays, and I want to give a shout out to our new guy here, Mr. Ray Davidson, NFL former player, Kansas City Chiefs. What's up, Ray?
Hey, how y'all doing? Appreciate y'all having me.
Well, but listen, man, you on the crew now, so you can't quit us. That's how I do. It's like this guy's a pain in the behind. Then we got a new crew member, but he brings some great stuff with us. We got Jordan Weiss, aka J Dub, from the Innovators at the Intersection magazine, where culture meets stream, and that's
Steam.
where I met
Steam.
him. Where culture met stream at the CIAA tournament back
Steam,
in
though.
February.
Steam, Nate. It's Steam, but we do stream.
It's stream, man. For me, it's stream. But culture meets the stream.
Science,
I
tech,
know
and
it's steam, but I put stream in there because we
all
be
right. I mean, yeah,
streaming.
we have a podcast where we stream, so you
That's
can
what I'm
play it that
saying.
way. But
So my
Chris,
man Jordan, what up, J Dub?
what's happening? Glad to be on the show. It's an honor, and yeah, just gonna get into it. Follow your lead, Nate, Ryan, and Ray. This is gonna be good.
Well,
Check.
check it out. But the first thing I wanted the audience to get to know who you are. So tell us about this tremendous magazine that you have and how you started, as a matter of fact, and how it evolved, because it has some pretty interesting stories behind it.
Yeah, I mean, you want to know a little bit about me growing up, or
Well, I don't want to know about you first. I want to know about the magazine. I find about you growing up later because you're coming back on the show. I want to know about how that
well,
magazine took
connects to
off and what you're
it all
doing.
connects. There's a story there. There's an arc, but
Yeah.
we don't need to get into that. So, Innovators at the Intersection is a bi-monthly publication, monthly podcast, where we highlight people from all backgrounds at the intersection of culture and STEAM, science, tech, engineering, arts, and math. As a matter of fact, Mr. Dave, Davidson was in one of our recent issues because Ray has a really interesting background, not just being a former NFL player, but also pursuing a career in law, going back to
Hmm.
law school and making that connection between, I guess, grit, work ethic, right, leadership, and connecting the dots between, um, athleticism and being on the field to being in the classroom and then being in the boardroom. So I mean, we show how different areas intersect, whether it's within art and technology or
Hmm.
the environment and science. But ultimately, it's about positive storytelling. It's about bringing people together. It's about empowering communities, empowering pretty much us. Again, there's a lot of divisiveness out there, and we've always been about positive storytelling and how we have more of a commonality than differences, regardless of our backgrounds. And we were doing that under our legacy publication, Diversity in Action, for about 10 or 11 years. That was really mainly a publication. We didn't have the podcast at that point. But again, a lot of it was just around authentic storytelling, highlighting people, everybody. And if we talk about, a little bit about sports, we had cover stories from like John Urschel, former NFL player who ended up retiring early from the Ravens, I believe, right, to go to
Hmm.
MIT to pursue a master's or a PhD in mathematics, right? So that this is going to even like doing a cover shoot at the Garden with the Globetrotters, right? We did
Okay.
that. Yeah, we did that with the president, with Keith Dawkins and the Globetrotters. We did that. I think that was in 20, might have been in 24, and showing the impact that sports has with on community and again bringing people together and positivity. So we've always been doing the work. We evolved a bit just because we kind of things not to get into
Man,
this.
just tell the truth. We got Orange Man in the White House. They doing dumb stuff. They don't want to deal with people. So
Yeah, look. Let's just right. Look, the
He's wilding.
executive. We got to get. We got to keep
messing
it 100.
around.
We got to keep it 100. Listen, executive orders went down, and
Yes.
certain words were, prohibited. Not necessarily prohibited, but whatever it was, and
They want to switch the codes up on it. Just like the Supreme Court the other day had
Yep.
the nerve to say that, there's no racism in voting. It's like, what are you crazy? So
Yeah.
the more you do what you do, Jordan, which I love, because you have to have stories that reflect positive stuff that's going on in our communities, in our world. It ain't just crazy man trying to take people oil. I mean, there's other things going on in the world that are positive. They're things that people are trying to connect with each other. And I think that's the caveat that I love about the magazine, because I connected with Jordan, Ray, and Ryan through a guy named Clarence Cotton. Clarence and I covered the CIA, right?
Craig.
Wow.
I mean, Craig. So Craig covered the CIA for a couple of seasons. I went down. He and I hooked up. And then last year he said to me, yo, Nate, I got a guy I want you to meet. And it was Jordan.
Wow.
And that's how things happen, man. Craig does stuff. He has his own company, PR work that he does with Claflin University and some other colleges and stuff. So that's the connection that was organic, because he kind of knew my energy. He saw Jordan's energy, because Jordan, you remind me of Ryan, like I told you. Ryan's you in about 20 years. So it's like.
Yeah, Ryan, I'll go back to that. Well, what's interesting too is this, right? If we talk about culture, right, and what connected us, Nate. So first, it was geographically, Craig connected us because Nate's from the Bronx originally, and me now via Rochester. I'm New Jersey, so it was a geographic thing. He's like,
Right.
You guys link on that, but then, Nate and I, when we started to talk, we were vibing out, of course, with basketball, but then we got into music and film. I mean, so if we talk about culture, right? It was hip hop, it was soul, it was R&B, but it was all types of music, right? That we started to go deeper on that level that connected us as human beings, and film as well. So again, it's like a living extension of what we do, in the publication and on the podcast. It's like that's just an example of it, and then we've been talking pretty much like every other day since then, because we clicked, and we didn't click, because anything to do with ethnicity or anything other than the fact that there was commonalities that brought us together.
I had to put him on the Maze featuring Frankie Beverly. I think once I did that, okay.
Well,
no, Ray. Once I put him on the, because he said Frankie Beverly. I said no. It's Maze featuring Frankie. So he goes hard body. And he goes,
I did.
I had no idea it was this. I'm like, Playboy, my category,
Yeah, no, definitely every day. Now it's like I've been listening, because I knew about Maze featuring Frankie Beverly or Frankie Beverly and Maze, whatever. But it was only actually, it was the education from the song that what is it? Before I Let Go.
Before I Let Go.
Because I told Ryan.
What was important about that was, Nate, tell us about the series.
I said, everybody plays that song at their wedding. Am I right, Ray? That Before I Let Go. Before I Let Go.
100%.
But it's a breakup song. It's like the ultimate breakup song, right? So I'm crazy. Like, you dancing about breaking up, like, damn.
Yeah, and that was it. Well, then I saw like the history he had, and that was the other thing with Nate, is that connecting the dots and the history with culture, with whether it's sports, whether it's music, and how he's able to reference, and go back.
Well, I ain't dead yet, so I still got a catalog in my brain, Ryan. Because me and Ryan chop up. Because Ryan's a music head too. That's what I'm saying. Ryan is a hip hop head.
Well, that's a big part of my background. I've been part of the, involved with the culture for years, and coming up in northern New Jersey in the mid 80s to late 80s and playing basketball. Again, if we want to bring it back to sports, we're on this show. a little bit about my story, it's like I grew up, pretty much in a predominantly affluent white, northern New Jersey suburb. Not that diverse, but we did have community basketball courts. And going back to like 1986, 87, that's where I would, before I was able to drive, I'd walk to the courts because they were right by my house. And you would have the surrounding people from surrounding towns, from Teaneck, New Jersey, from Englewood, New Jersey, from Hackensack, from the five boroughs, because these were nice courts. They'd come and they'd play, and I'd be, I was playing. I played ball. I played high school ball, etc. But these pickup games, this is where people from all backgrounds would just play. It didn't matter if you were black, you were white, you were Asian, you were tall, you were short.
Yep.
You know what age you were, right? So we just got in, we played, but at the same time, the backdrop, the soundtrack, it's when hip hop really started to infiltrate that. So that's when you had Rick Rubin, and that's when you had a Raising Hell album, and when you had a License to Ill, and the whole the rock rap, classic rap and rap and melding them together and bringing in kind of that. And that was kind of the beginning for me of just going on this journey, and then eventually, rhyming and making beats and doing stuff, in, projects, whether it was film related or whatnot, throughout basically, not my life, but I would say like late 20s all the way on,
Okay. Well, we're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, I learned also, Ray, that the brother can play some instruments too. See, he don't want to tell you he like Prince. He don't want to say this. He don't want to tell you he knows some chords. He knows how to make some tracks. He can do all of that, Ryan. So that's what I'm trying. This dude is kind of, I kind of enjoy hanging out with Jordan and chopping it up with him, because he got that Mr. Cheek thing going on too. Right.
The Lost Boys have their own, not that they created their own sound,
I know. We're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, we're gonna dive into the one with Jordan is doing. We also gonna get caught up on Fuego Bass. Ryan, is he coming?
He'll be here soon.
Because I
He'll
can't
be calling
wait.
in.
Because I can't wait. Because I'm gonna tell you about this guy, Ray. He's been
Yeah.
a Nick hater for the last 4 years since Ryan been on the show. He has trashed me. Anything New York, any from Baltimore and Philly, one of them damn places. Please, from Ryan. He ain't from
He's
New
from
York.
Connecticut. He's from Hartford, Connecticut. But
There
I'll tell
you
you
go.
what,
He ain't from New York.
You know what he
That's all I
doesn't
gotta
have?
say.
He doesn't have game 1 and game 2 amnesia and game 3 amnesia. I'll tell you that much.
All right.
For the
We'll be
first
right
time.
back. Cutting him off too. We'll be right back. You get cut off too, Ryan. Get out of here. Welcome back, folks, to what's going on the Experience here on Fox Sports 1280 and iHeartMedia in Rochester, New York. And Ryan, tell the folks who are powering our show today. Isn't it New Solutions Network?
Yes, our friends over at New Solutions Network are helping make today possible. If you are looking to feel or learn more about how you feel, if you want to look into some content, like say you're grieving somebody, well, you go to New Solutions Network and look it up. If you say you're looking for inspiration for that new job or to start a new type of lifestyle, right? Say it really doesn't matter what it is. Say you're a former athlete, you've gotten fat, pathetic, sluggish, you want to knock the weight off. There's videos there that'll motivate you. All types of great mental health content and content that'll support your physical well-being at newsolutionsnetwork.com.
And tell folks who runs that, because Miss Natalia, tell us about the young lady who.
That's Dr. Natanya Wachtel, who's a contributor here, brings her little segment Game Mindset here, where we discuss the parallels between mental health and sports, and how I think it was Yogi Berra that might have said that half of the game. Did he say half the game is physical and 90% is mental?
Is mental, exactly.
I'm misquoting Yogi. But so it's true though when you really think about it, right? So yeah, she's led a great team and it produces a whole bunch of great shows, which I'm behind the production of as well. So yes, newsolutionsnetwork.com for all things NSN.
Hey man, that's what's up. And we want to welcome my man Jordan Weiss back here from Innovators at the Intersection magazine. And we also got Ray Davidson, former NFL player. And so this is the first time that you guys have seen each other, right?
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think about that, Ray?
I mean, I've already seen pictures of Jordan, but when you talk to people on the phone and you just kind of get to know their character and just, we've had multiple conversations. I already feel like I know him. I'm like, oh, that's Jordan. Right.
And Jordan, what about you? Because you've done this a while. So having that face-to-face interaction, that's what I kind of enjoy
Yeah.
about doing the radio kind of thing. So when you saw my man in person.
I mean, I think there's nothing like, I mean, this is virtual, but still putting a name with a face,
Mhm.
right? Because I saw Ray's picture, saw it, out in the magazine prior to that, but it's just different. Um, it's a human connection,
Right.
right?
Absolutely.
Voice and also just our physical being. It's that energy. It's what connects us. So it's almost like you're getting a piece of that when you're over, on the phone, not seeing the person. But when you actually are able to see them, and then obviously you meet in person, it's a different thing. But still, there's an energy that you're getting, when talking to the person, and it's not limited through just audio. You're just engaging with the full person. It always makes a difference.
Well, one of the things that's really interesting is because, like I said, Bryant and I go back, about 4 years, and my mom passed away a couple 3 years ago,
Sorry to
and
hear that, Nate.
yeah, but the cool part about it was this guy came all the way from Long Island. He came to my and I don't think what
Oh, wow.
that did to me at that point in time. That was like such a deep thing for him to do. He came, he met my brothers, my sisters, and he was just so, and I'm getting emotional about this. He
That's all
really
right.
just was just a cool. That's how I know we brothers for life.
Yeah.
Because a person
I
don't
love.
just do that. You
No,
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 they,
no.
no,
no
no.
anybody they do just so he came.
I
He
won't do it
hung.
for anyone else either.
Say
But I
what?
have to say, Nate, I said I won't do it for anyone else either. But a beautiful celebration, and your mother, just a wonderful life. So many people came out. The whole neighborhood came out to support. I don't know if I've ever been to a celebration of life like that, because it was exactly that, a celebration of life. To see
And,
everybody come out and the impact that she had on the community, and she
Wow.
and
made
that's
Nate the Great.
but no, that's what it's all about. So when you say looking at people in person or being in a room with them,
Mm-hmm.
your spirit picks up on that. Because I'm a very
Mm-hmm.
organic person. My spirit, I'd rather talk to you in person and look at your face so you can tell me no, as opposed to, I'm just being honest, as
Yeah.
opposed to on the phone or something. No, 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 no. Because that's a genuine thing. And I don't mind you saying to me no, because I can see the content of which you might have said that to me.
Right.
Okay, as opposed to on the phone or some impersonal stuff. So for me, this has always been part of my montage: meeting people, hanging with them, talking with them, just being a part of their journey at some place and somewhere that we could get in and fit in. And that's why, like I said, I enjoy being with Ryan. I enjoy being around you young people because you brothers is young, and what you do, you get.
I'm
I
not.
zap some of your strength, believe it or not. I'm just like the picture of Dorian Gray. That's a movie you might want to check out. The picture stays goes old, but the guy stays young. So hey, I'm just saying, man, being around you guys, being around young people in your spirit. Today I just did the clean sweep in Rochester where we clean up the neighborhoods. The mayor
Oh,
does that. So
nice.
it was a bunch of kids at
I
Monroe
like that.
Middle School with my man Jalen and Sergio from Spectrum News and Leah from Channel 8 News. So we were all hanging out with the kids cleaning
Oh,
up
wow.
before I came on the show. So I try to do things that stay engaged, gentlemen, with the young people and with you guys. That's why this magazine, to me, Jordan, I just can't wait to we have that partnership on a continuous basis, Ray, because we're getting to put something together so
Yeah.
magnificent, so magnanimous. I'm just excited. Um, we're gonna be doing it, and in speaking of in person, hopefully sometime in the near future, Jordan
Yeah.
and I will get all the innovators at the intersection. Am I
Yeah, I
right,
mean,
Jordan?
it's
That's
the whole.
something we're looking at doing.
Yeah, I mean, the whole idea is to get people in a room, an event, from all different backgrounds, doing all different things, but to show that, at the beginning, it comes back to, I guess, what Nate was talking about. These are just good people. And it's what linked us all together. What linked Ray and I together, Nate, and obviously Brian through Nate, because we're all, we all have a heart. We all ultimately are good people, want to do the right thing, and I think that's a big, there was just an authenticity there. There was, Ray, you spoke with me. It's like, there was no airs, same thing with Nate, and
Totally.
then Brian as well. So it's like, I think it's taken that ethos and bringing that into a situation where it's like, all right, you have an artist, you have somebody that's in the culinary space, you have a rocket scientist, I'm saying you have you have all different people from different backgrounds, different parts of the country or different parts of the world, and we get together, we chop it up, and you learn from each other, you share each other's network, and the magic moments, you just don't know what's going to happen, right? And then so it's an idea, and Ray, we talked about that. It's a goal,
Yeah,
right?
That's
great
a
idea.
goal, yeah.
So it's a goal,
Yeah.
and hopefully, as we get towards the fall time frame, that's something we can make happen, because between it's not just a Rolodex. It's about people that we can vibe with. It's like, you're not going to mess if you can't connect with them on a personal level. If there's not just that connection one on one, and just you again coming back to energy, it's very difficult to have a sustainable long term relationship when
yeah.
it's transactional. You can read it, you
Yeah.
can smell it, and anyway, at the stage of my life, like I know that's I want people that are locked in and that we're on that are on that level.
Same page.
We
Yeah,
don't time
totally.
energy.
Now, before you
Energy,
leave us, Jordan,
yeah.
give us some background quickly on Robin, because without
Yeah,
her,
right. So Robin, my wife, along with being the business partner for Innovators at the Intersection, and starting this all the way from the beginning. Robin is first of all, she's the look and feel of the publication and the website and everything. She's a creative director, and she's got like 25, 30 years experience as an artist. But Robin also has come up with a lot of content and ideas for the stories that we've done, and our editorial department has as well. I mean, Adrian, our editor in chief, and Joanne, our associate editor. But Robin, a lot of her hand is on the pulse with a lot of stories and people that have been kind of under the radar.
Right.
So she's got a knack for that, but they do as well. And I have a little bit, I have a little bit in that, but she's really
You got some swag, Jordan. You got
a
some
little
swag.
bit. But Robin definitely, when it comes to identifying people early on in their, like, she knows. She's been locked in on that for a very, since with this initiative from day one. So yeah.
Hey man, we're gonna take a quick break, and then when we come back, I hope your man Fuego Base is on the line, Ryan. You got to call that guy, because I need him. I need him. Okay, and I want to thank you, Jordan, for just hanging out with us the first couple of segments, man. You're gonna come back as we do our cross promotion platform and everything of that nature. I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to that, and
going.
just I'm looking forward to just the whole relationship, because, like you said, it's not transaction. It's not transactional. It is about us being in a space, assisting each other, and elevating one another, and using our leverage together. Because if we can
Absolutely.
elevate together, the
That's
work
what it's
is
about.
life.
That's what it's about.
Okay.
Good
I
to be
like
here.
that.
Thanks for having
I
me.
like that.
Hey
All
man,
right.
Ryan, we're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, we got some basketball, a little bit of baseball, and I'm gonna talk some football with my man, because I need to know, will Mike Vrabel have a job? That's all I gotta say. Will he have a job?
Yeah, we're gonna get into it.
We'll be right back with Vrabel. Will he have a job? I don't know. Fox Sports 1280.